Hey everyone, welcome to Ear to Technologies. Today we have a very special device. One of our team members, Akash, was the first person in India to unbox the OnePlus 3 at the Delhi launch. After spending a week with it, here is our review. The OnePlus One has arguably been the most disruptive smartphone of recent years. It directly challenged the heavy hitters like Samsung, Sony, and HTC, and pretty much succeeded at almost half the cost. In fact, it did so well that people didn't appreciate its successor, the OnePlus 2, that much, which is still a very good phone. So let's find out, is the OnePlus 3 the device to finally bring back fame to this OnePlus family? Starting with the design, the phone does not look like a successor to the OnePlus 1 or the OnePlus 2, but something a lot more premium. Gone are the days of plasticky sandstone, and now we have a beautiful unibody design made out of a single slab of aluminum. It is perfectly carved to fit nicely in hand and feel easier to maneuver. It's so comfy that it makes the OnePlus 2 feel boxy. The camera protrudes out a little bit, but very little. Even a very slim case will take care of it. I use a sandstone case with my 3 for much needed grip. The button placement has been shuffled, with the volume rocker going to the left and the alert slider moving higher. This is a welcome step because pressing the wrong buttons on the OnePlus 2 was a common fare. Overall, the phone feels very sturdy and confident, inspiring. Very important for a butterfinger like me. Booting on the phone, the first thing you will notice is the display. Yes, we are still at 1080p at 5.5 inches, but now it's a beautiful AMOLED. I am not sold out on the QHD and hence this display suffices me. So we have a display with true dark blacks and nice vibrant colors. The colors are not oversaturated though, which is a really good thing. It's got a 2.5D curved glass on the front, which adds to the premium feel. It gets plenty bright, but not very dim. So all you teens out there will be disappointed. Below the screen is an oval-shaped ceramic fingerprint scanner, which I think is one of the fastest ones out there. Feels like a tap to unlock, although it's just a capacitive button. And yes, NFC makes in it this time. So everyone can try out Android Pay. Obviously, it needs to be in your country. The other thing the OnePlus 2 was criticized for was the absence of quick charging. You can go from 0 to 100% using dash charging. Yes, that is a new feature that the OnePlus 3 has. This is like one of the fastest quick charging out there, but it only works with the provided adapter and Type-C cable. The cable too has changed. The cable is a thick cord now, unlike the flat both-sided reversible one of the OnePlus 2. Good stuff. At the time of writing, this is the only phone available with an SD820 and 6 gigs of RAM. Yeah, there is some controversy about the phone not using all of it unless you are rooted and change some lines of code. But what you need to know for now is that it is very unlikely that you will even use 4GB of RAM. I know this isn't a valid excuse, but this is what we get. The performance has been extremely smooth, still yet to have a single stutter. There were a few G Hangout crashes, but a reboot solved that. I used to think that my other phone were pretty fast, but this just blows me away. So long story short, performance isn't something you will need to worry about when it comes to the OnePlus 3. This brings us to the software. The phone runs Android Marshmallow with Oxygen OS 3 on the top. It's a very light skin, mainly stock, with a few additions and customizations like a system-wide dark mode to take advantage of the AMOLED and being able to choose the accent color. The alert slider makes a comeback and it's nice and juicy and it's textured. It stops on the right places and is much more friendly now. And of course, it can be customized. The main addition of Oxygen OS is having Shelf, which sits on the leftmost screen, providing quick access to frequent apps, contacts, memos, and widgets, with more features coming soon. It's pretty useful and simple. Apart from that, most of the things are stock. Audio via the 3.5mm jack is pretty good, and the loudspeaker is much louder than its ancestor, with distortion only at the highest of settings. No complaints here. The OnePlus 3 has a 16 megapixel sensor by Sony, with a 1.12 micron pixel size. It shoots in 4:3 natively and 16:9 at 13 megapixel. There's face detection autofocus and optical image stabilization to get better and more stable shots. When asked, Steve, product manager at OnePlus, said that laser autofocus has its own limitations and is not very useful after 3 to 4 meters. So if you are a person who shoots images and videos of things pretty far away, you will appreciate it. This can also record in 4K at 30 frames per second and the footage is better than any other OnePlus device. The beefy processor probably has something to do with it. Macros are pretty good too. The camera app is pretty straightforward with the useful toggles right there on the screen. This works very well in good daylight and is above average in dimmer situations. A larger aperture and a bigger pixel size could help. This camera is pretty good and I totally like it. OnePlus went with a thinner phone for a better feel in hand and skimmed on the battery size. So now this boy has a 3000 mAh battery, the same as the S7 and HTC 10, and it does better than I had accepted. On my use, I usually get 3.5 hours of screen on time on other phones, whereas here I got around 4.5 hours. Just in case you want to push this to the limit, you can get 8 hours of screen on time by turning on airplane mode and battery saver, reducing the brightness to minimum and streaming YouTube over Wi-Fi. It's unnatural but possible. Well, that leads us well into the conclusion. This is already a pretty good phone and has a lot of potential left. If you are looking to update from the OnePlus One, then I can easily recommend this. For anyone who plans on using this for a longer term, the decision is even easier. Just go for it. Oxygen OS is going to make this phone amazing over time. It might not be as cheap as any other OnePlus device, but it sure is worth if you have the budget. Costing $27,999 in India, the closest competition would be the Xiaomi Mi 5. But we can say one thing, it absolutely surpasses any competition that it gets up till 30k, maybe even 35k or 40k. The performance is really good, device will last longer, it has good server software support, and everything you need. Thank you for coming to Yoda Technologies for the review. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. We will be posting a lot of new review videos soon. This is Shivam Bhaiya and Akash Javeri here. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.